something you think everyone should experience once in their life. I was 17 and my dad was in the hospital. He had been there for a few days and I was told he was going to be okay. One day, I was sitting in class when the principal came in and told me I needed to go to the hospital immediately. I was confused, but I went. When I got there, the doctors told me my dad had a heart attack and was in a coma. They said he might not make it, and if he did, he would probably be brain dead. I was devastated. I sat by his bed for hours, holding his hand and talking to him. I told him I loved him and that I needed him to wake up. I begged him to come back to me. After a few hours, I had to leave. I went home and cried myself to sleep. The next day, I went back to the hospital. I was terrified of what I would find. When I walked into his room, I saw him lying there, still in a coma. I sat down next to him and held his hand. I told him I loved him and that I was there for him. Then I felt him squeeze my hand. I thought I was imagining it, but then he did it again. I called the nurse and she came in and checked his vitals. She said he was waking up. I was overjoyed. A few minutes later, he opened his eyes. He looked at me and smiled. I burst into tears. He was back.